The overnight success frequency. Why some people transform instantly. Let me ask you something that will fundamentally challenge everything you believe about how success really works. What if I told you that the entire concept of slow and steady success is a lie, designed to keep you grinding for decades instead of achieving breakthrough results? What if I told you that there exists a specific frequency, what I call the overnight success frequency, that allows certain people to collapse years of struggle into moments of explosive transformation, while others remain trapped in the myth of gradual progress forever? Tonight, we're going to discover why Colonel Sanders went from broke and homeless at 65 to building a global empire in less than 2 years. Why Ray Kroc transformed from a struggling milkshake machine salesman to fast food emperor almost overnight, and why some people experience quantum leaps while others crawl through incremental improvement for their entire lives. But first, let me take you inside the most dramatic overnight transformation in business history. A moment when one decision changed everything. The 65-year-old revolution. It was 1952 and Colonel Harland Sanders was sitting in his car outside a restaurant in Salt Lake City rehearsing a pitch he'd given 1,000. At 65 years old, Sanders was broke, living on Social Security, and had just been forced to sell his restaurant when the new interstate highway diverted traffic away from his location. Any reasonable person would have accepted defeat. Any logical analysis would conclude that a 65-year-old man with no money, no connections, and a product that had been rejected over 1,000 times should retire quietly and accept his limitations. But that night, something extraordinary happened. As Sanders sat in his car, he accessed what I call the overnight success frequency, a mental state that transcends normal time-based thinking and creates instant transformation possibility. Sanders didn't just believe his chicken recipe was good, he operated from a frequency of absolute certainty that transformation was not just possible, but inevitable and immediate. He walked into that restaurant not as a desperate old man hoping for a break, but as someone who had already achieved success and was simply collecting the physical evidence. The restaurant owner said yes. Within 2 years, Sanders had Within a decade, he sold KFC for $15 million, over $150 million. Sanders had discovered what Napoleon Hill called the instantaneous achievement frequency, the ability to operate from future success rather than present circumstances, creating quantum leaps rather than gradual progress. The science of instant transformation. Through studying hundreds of overnight success stories, Hill discovered that instant transformation operates according to specific scientific principles that most people never learn. Principle 1, frequency collapse. Normal thinking operates in linear time, past leads to present leads to future. But the overnight success frequency collapses time by operating from future completion rather than present circumstances. Principle 2, identity quantum leap. Instead of gradually becoming successful, overnight achievers instantly adopt the identity of someone who has already succeeded, then align their actions with that identity. Principle 3, resistance elimination. Overnight success occurs when all internal resistance to transformation is eliminated simultaneously, creating explosive forward momentum. Principle 4, opportunity synchronization. The overnight success frequency creates what appears to be miraculous timing, where opportunities align perfectly with preparation. Principle 5, compound amplification rather than linear growth. Overnight achievers create exponential results by leveraging multiple success factors simultaneously, the 4 stages of overnight success. Hill identified 4 distinct stages that every overnight success story follows. Stage 1, frequency calibration. The preparation phase. Stage 2, quantum decision. The transformation moment. Stage 3, identity integration. The alignment phase. Stage 4, reality manifestation. The evidence phase. Most people never progress beyond stage 1 because they don't understand how to access overnight success frequency. Stage 1, frequency calibration, preparing for quantum leap. The first stage involves calibrating your mental frequency to operate from completion rather than aspiration. This isn't about positive thinking, it's about fundamental frequency shift. Ray Kroc, the frequency calibration master. Ray Kroc's transformation from milkshake machine salesman to McDonald's emperor demonstrates perfect frequency calibration. When Kroc first visited the McDonald Brothers restaurant in 1954, he wasn't impressed by a good burger joint. He experienced a complete frequency shift where he saw a global empire that already existed. Kroc's frequency calibration method. Future state absorption. Kroc didn't envision McDonald's success. He absorbed it as current reality, mental time travel. Operating from the perspective of McDonald's as an already completed global empire, present tense thinking. Thinking McDonald's is everywhere, rather than McDonald's could be everywhere. Identity shift. become a person who had already built the empire rather than someone trying to build it. Resistance pattern elimination. Kroc systematically eliminated every thought pattern that suggested gradual progress. First elimination, bypassing the usual small-scale testing phase. Safety frequency shutdown, eliminating conservative thinking that prevented bold action. Certainty frequency installation. Kroc programmed his mind with absolute certainty of overnight transformation. Programming McDonald's expansion wasn't hoped for, it was inevitable. Timeline collapse. Seeing expansion happening immediately rather than eventually. Obstacle irrelevance. Viewing challenges as temporary inconveniences rather than real barriers. Your frequency calibration protocol. Weakness 2. Current frequency assessment. Identify how you currently think about success timing. Document thoughts that support gradual versus instant transformation. Observe your mental resistance to overnight success possibility. Week 4. Frequency shifting training. Practice thinking from completion rather than aspiration. Eliminate slow progress thought patterns. Install certainty frequencies for instant transformation. Stage 2. Quantum decision. The transformation moment. The second stage is the moment gradual thinking is completely abandoned and overnight transformation becomes the only acceptable outcome. This isn't a decision to try harder, it's a quantum leap into a different reality. Laura Ingalls Wilder, the 65-year-old quantum leap. Wilder's transformation from unknown farm wife to beloved author demonstrates perfect quantum decision-making. At 65, with no writing experience or publishing connections, Wilder made a decision that defied all conventional wisdom about literary success. Wilder's quantum decision process. Reality rejection. Wilder completely rejected the reality of her current circumstances. Age irrelevance. Refusing to accept that 65 was too old to become a successful author. Experience bypass. Dismissing the belief that writing success required years of practice. Market indifference. Ignoring industry experts who said her stories wouldn't sell. Success timeline collapse. Wilder decided that literary success would happen immediately, not eventually. Present moment success. Operating as if her books were already bestsellers. Publishing certainty. Knowing her work would be published rather than hoping it might be. Legacy creation. Writing from the perspective of someone work would endure forever. Identity quantum jump. Wilder instantly adopted the identity of a successful author rather than gradually becoming one. Professional writer identity. Immediately thinking and acting as a professional author's success. Success frequency. Operating from the frequency of someone whose work was already beloved. Historical significance. Knowing her work would become classic American literature. Your quantum decision training, decision moment recognition. Learn to recognize when quantum decision moments are available. Wisdom strongly opposes transformation. Circumstance pressure, moments when external conditions seem most impossible. Age experience challenges, situations where traditional thinking says it's too late or too early. Reality rejection practice, develop ability to completely reject limiting circumstances. Current state dismissal, treating present conditions as irrelevant to future outcomes. Timeline collapse, refusing to accept gradual progress as the only option. Expert opinion disregard, ignoring conventional wisdom about transformation timelines. Stage 3, integration, becoming the success. The third stage involves complete integration of your new success identity. This isn't pretending to be successful, it's actually becoming the person who has already achieved the transformation. Vera Wang, the 40-year-old fashion revolution. Wang's transformation from fashion editor to bridal empire founder demonstrates perfect identity integration. When Wang couldn't find the wedding dress she wanted at 40, she didn't gradually learn the fashion business. She instantly became a fashion mogul who already understood the industry completely. Wang's identity integration system. Expert identity adoption. Wang immediately adopted the identity of a fashion industry expert. A newcomer success frequency maintenance. Wang maintained the frequency of someone who had already succeeded. Confidence broadcasting, projecting the energy of established success rather than hopeful ambition. Decision-making authority, making choices from the perspective of proved expertise. Vision implementation, acting from complete certainty about market needs and solutions. Empire mindset integration. Wang operated from the mindset of someone who had already built a global fashion empire, testing locally. Premium positioning, automatically positioning her brand at the highest market level. Legacy creation, building with the perspective of creating something that would endure for generations. Your identity integration protocol. Success identity design. Identity of someone who has already achieved your goal. Document the thinking patterns, behaviors, and perspectives of that identity. Practice operating from that identity. In daily situations. Frequency maintenance situations. Create triggers that automatically return you to your success identity. Eliminate behaviors and thoughts that contradict your integrated identity. Stage 4, reality manifestation. Evidence creation. The final stage is when external reality rapidly aligns with your new identity frequency, creating what appears to be overnight success, but is actually the natural result of perfect frequency alignment. Howard Schultz, the coffee empire manifestation. Schultz's transformation of Starbucks from a small Seattle coffee bean store to a global empire demonstrates perfect reality manifestation. When Schultz experienced Italian coffee culture in 1983, he didn't see a business opportunity. He experienced a frequency shift where American coffee culture was instantly transformed in his mind. Schultz's reality manifestation process. Vision download. Schultz received a complete vision download rather than gradual inspiration. Instant market transformation. Seeing American coffee culture completely transformed immediately. Global scale realization. Understanding the worldwide potential in a single moment. Cultural shift certainty. Knowing that coffee consumption patterns would change rapidly. Resistance override. Schultz overrode all practical resistance to rapid expansion. Market research bypass. Moving forward without extensive testing or gradual rollout. Financial limitation transcendence. Believing expansion funds would appear as needed, competition irrelevance. Knowing Starbucks would dominate, regardless of existing coffee shops. Synchronized manifestation. Schultz created conditions where opportunities aligned perfectly with his vision. Team attraction. Drawing people who shared his coffee culture. Vision. Location synchronicity. Finding perfect store locations through seemingly miraculous timing. Customer creation. Attracting customers who were ready for elevated coffee experience. Modern manifestation examples. Jan Koum WhatsApp. From food stamps to $119 billion sale in just 5 years. Brian Chesky. Airbnb. From unemployed designer to hospitality revolution in under 3 years. Daniel Ek. Spotify. From teenage programmer to music industry transformation. Before age 30. The overnight success formula. Based on studying hundreds of instant transformation cases, Hill developed a complete overnight success formula. Formula Component 1, Timeline Rejection. Completely reject conventional timelines for achievement. Operate from the assumption that transformation happens immediately when the right conditions are created. Formula Component 2, Identity Quantum Leap. Instantly adopt the complete identity of someone who has already achieved the desired success. Skip gradual identity development. Formula Component 3, Frequency Lock-in. Maintain success frequency, regardless of external evidence. Never allow circumstances to lower your operating frequency. Formula Component 4, Resistance Elimination. Systematically eliminate all mental resistance to instant transformation. Remove limiting beliefs about time, age, experience, or resources. Formula Component 5, Opportunity Synchronization. Create conditions where opportunities align perfectly with preparation through frequency-based attraction. The 30-day overnight success protocol. Here's the complete system. Accessing the overnight success frequency and creating quantum leap results. Days 1-7. Frequency assessment and calibration. Current frequency analysis. Frequency regarding instant results. Frequency calibration training. Practice thinking from completion rather than process. Eliminate gradual progress thought patterns. Install certainty about immediate transformation. Days 8-14. Identity Quantum Leap preparation. Success identity design. Create detailed profile of your already successful identity. Document thinking patterns, behaviors, and perspectives. Practice operating from that identity in low-stakes situations. Resistance pattern elimination. Adoption. Systematically eliminate thoughts that support gradual development. Clear all beliefs about needing time to become successful. Days 15-21. Quantum decision implementation. Reality rejection training. Operate independent of current conditions. Master the art of timeline collapse thinking. decision moment preparation, making decisions that defy conventional wisdom. Days 22-30, reality manifestation acceleration, manifestation alignment. Declassify, create conditions where opportunities can synchronize with preparation, eliminate obstacles to rapid evidence creation, develop systems for capturing and amplifying transformation, momentum, frequency maintenance. Declassify, master the ability to maintain success frequency during challenging periods. Create triggers that automatically return you to transformation frequency. Integrate overnight success thinking into all areas of life. The overnight success myth versus reality. Myth 1. Overnight success takes years. Reality. Overnight success happens overnight. The preparation may take time, but the transformation is instantaneous. Myth 2. You need experience first. Reality. Experience can actually prevent overnight success by creating limiting beliefs about what's possible. Myth 3. Start small and build slowly. Reality. Starting small often ensures you stay small. Overnight achievers think big from day one. Myth 4. Test everything first. Reality. Extensive testing can kill momentum and prevent the bold action required for quantum leaps. Myth 5. Age and timing matter. Reality. Sanders at 65, Wilder at 65, Wang at 40, and countless others prove that any age is the right age for overnight success. The compound effect of overnight success. Unlike gradual success that builds slowly, overnight success creates compound effects that accelerate results exponentially. Confidence amplification, instant success creates massive confidence, leading to bigger and bolder actions. Attention magnetism. Overnight success attracts attention from media, investors, and potential partners. Opportunity creation success creates more opportunities, leading to additional overnight successes. Identity reinforcement. Each overnight success strengthens the identity of someone who achieves instant results. Momentum multiplication. Success momentum builds exponentially rather than linearly. Advanced overnight success techniques. For those ready to master advanced overnight success abilities. The Sanders method. Age irrelevance. Eliminate all beliefs about age-appropriate timing for success. Operate from the perspective that any age is the perfect age for transformation. Use accumulated life experience as acceleration fuel rather than limitation. The Kroc system. Vision absorption. Practice receiving complete success visions rather than gradual inspiration. Develop ability to see finished empires rather than business opportunities. Master the art of operating from vision completion rather than vision pursuit. The Wang protocol. Expert instant adoption. Skip apprenticeship phases by adopting expert identity immediately. Operate from accumulated knowledge even when you haven't accumulated it gradually. Position yourself as authority from day one rather than earning authority slowly. The Schultz technique. Culture frequency shifting. Identify cultural shifts before they happen through frequency sensitivity. Position yourself to benefit from cultural changes before they become obvious. Create movements rather than following trends. Your overnight success revolution, and now we come to the moment ultimate choice. You've discovered why some people experience instant transformation while others remain trapped in gradual progress forever. You've learned the exact methods that Sanders, Kroc, Wilder, Wang, Schultz, and countless others use to create quantum leaps rather than incremental improvement. The question isn't whether overnight success is possible. The documented examples prove it happens regularly. Question is, will you access the overnight success frequency, or will you remain trapped in the myth of gradual progress? Most people will hear about overnight success and think it sounds too good to be true. Some will make excuses about why it worked for others, but won't work for them. A few will access the overnight success frequency and will discover that quantum leaps are not only possible, they're the natural result of proper frequency alignment. Which group will you join? Remember, Sanders was 65, broke, and had been rejected 1,008 times when he accessed the frequency that created his empire. Wilder was 65 with no writing experience when she became one of America's most beloved authors. Wang was 40 with no business experience when she created a fashion empire. Your age, your experience, your current circumstances are irrelevant to overnight success. What matters is your willingness to access the frequency that makes transformation instant rather than gradual. The overnight success frequency is not reserved for special people. It's available to anyone willing to reject the limitations of linear thinking and operate from the completion of their vision. Your quantum leap starts now. If this message has awakened your understanding of instant transformation, If you're ready to stop accepting gradual progress and start creating quantum leap, if you're finally ready to access the overnight success frequency and collapse years of struggle into moments of breakthrough, then I need you to take action immediately. Like this video if you're ready to reject a myth of slow success. Subscribe to this channel if you want ongoing training in quantum leap achievement. Comment below and declare, I operate from the overnight success frequency. My transformation happens now. Share this message with someone who's been trapped in gradual thinking. When you help others discover the possibility of instant transformation, you amplify your own overnight success frequency. Remember, every day you accept gradual progress is a day you delay the breakthrough that could happen right now. Every moment you operate from limitation is a moment you could be operating from completion. Sanders could have accepted defeat at 6. Instead, he accessed the frequency that created an empire. Wilder could have believed she was too old to become a writer. Instead, she became a literary legend. Wang could have gradually learned the fashion business. Instead, she instantly became a fashion mogul. You have the same access to the overnight success frequency. You have the same potential for instant transformation. You have the same opportunity to create quantum leaps rather than gradual progress. The only question is, will you access the frequency or will you remain trapped in the myth of slow success? Access the frequency. Reject the timeline. Become the success. Transform instantly. Your overnight success starts with your next thought. Choose transformation. Choose the frequency. Choose